Our PAX Prime 2014 coverage is brought to you by HyperX Gaming Products. Make sure you click their logo to check out the great gaming content on their YouTube channel, as well as Phantom Glass, the ultimate Gorilla Glass screen protector for your mobile device. We're here from the Intel booth again, and this time it's not about desktops. It is all about next-generation gaming experiences on the notebook side of things. No, we don't necessarily have an octal-core CPU in any of these, but what we do have is extremely high-resolution displays and actually very passable gaming experiences on notebooks that are running at either 3K or 4K resolutions. So we're going to kick things off with the Lenovo Y50. This is a model that we've actually reviewed before. This one features a touchscreen, 4K display. It's got a Core i7 quad-core processor and a GTX 860M. And I think the main selling point for this one, aside from the excellent, outstanding keyboard, is the value. This is one of the lowest price per spec notebooks available on the market, and they don't really skimp on the build quality either. A very impressive machine. But if I only showed you stuff you've seen before, this video wouldn't be very interesting. This is the ASUS GX 500. This is a pre-production sample, but it gives us a pretty good idea of what's going to be coming. Of course, Core i7 quad-core processor wouldn't really belong in the Intel booth if it didn't have one of those. The GPU in here is an 860M, but who knows what kind of specs it'll come out with, because this notebook isn't even in mass production yet and is not due to be available for purchase for at least a couple more months. It also has a 4K glass-topped IPS display. It also has a touchscreen, although this one, again, pre-production, not quite working yet. And the idea of it is absolutely beautiful. So there's a red backlit keyboard, there's top-mounted speakers, stereo speakers. I should hope that any notebook in 2014 would have stereo speakers. But this is the really impressive part. I've been saying for a while, ASUS's gaming notebooks are great. Stuff like the G750JZ, awesome, very powerful. But they've really been missing a competitor to the other thin and light gaming notebooks. This, my friends, looks to be it. Next up, we've got a personal favorite of mine, featuring a 14-inch display that runs at a 3K resolution, still much higher than 1080p, but maybe not quite 4K, is the Razer Blade 14. It features its ridiculous level of lighting, level customization, green backlit keyboard. I think it has something like 13 levels. It's got stereo speakers, Core i7 quad-core processor. The most impressive thing about this notebook, in my mind, though, is the fact that it has a GTX 870M in it. This is one of the only, I think, 2 products to ever win an editor's choice from me. It also features a 10-point multi-touch display and an IGZO panel, so you're not going to have to deal with the TN rotten viewing angles of the original Blade 14. Absolutely beautiful machine, but it might have a competitor. But we'll get to that in a moment. For now, the GS60. This one might not be new either, but the most impressive thing about it, aside from the 870M quad-core processor, 3K display, check out them viewing angles, is the fact that it is so incredibly light. MSI actually did up a custom chassis for this that features a magnesium alloy that makes it, in spite of its size and its power, incredibly light to pick up. It also has a multicolor inspired by SteelSeries keyboard here that you can configure to whatever colors you want with some breathing and wave effects and all that kind of cool stuff with software. Which leads me to the one that really grabbed my eye. This is the Aorus X3 Plus. The Plus part is the part where it's really kind of freaking amazing. So this is a 13-inch display only with a 3K resolution. It's got a quad-core processor. It's thin and light and all that stuff, although not as light as the GS60, at least when you consider the density of it. But the most impressive thing about this one is that they've managed to pack a GTX 870M into this tiny little form factor. They've made some interesting tweaks to the keyboard as well, with programmable G keys on the left side of the backlit keyboard. I'm a huge fan of the X7. I love what they've done with that form factor, with the dual graphics cards inside that extremely thin profile, but now they've really blown me away again with this tiny bezel and extremely compact design. It's so compact that I turned it off by accident. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out our overview of the 3K and 4K gaming notebooks here at the Intel booth. Don't mix any of our PAX Prime 2014 coverage. Remember, guys, our trip to the show here is powered by HyperX. Check out their YouTube channel, youtube.com/KingstonHyperX. They've got lots of great gaming content on there, as well as Phantom Glass, what I personally think is about the best screen protector you can possibly get for your phone. Should definitely check out our review of it, but basically, it's just a Gorilla Glass layer that you slap on top of your phone, and it has the same tactile feel as your original Gorilla Glass phone screen, except protected. Ooh.